Yes, Ratzi for DJKit back in the rat cave. What is this that I have in front of me? Let me just say, right, Sammy, Pioneer Sammy, has just dropped this brand new Pioneer DJ OPUS-QUAD on me here in the rat cave. And he's basically like, let's get it turned on and film your reaction, your first reaction. Guys, this is the first time that I'm seeing this. 4-channel, standalone, Pioneer DJ OPUS-QUAD. Now, I don't know very much about this. Like I said, Sammy's only just like dropped it on me here, but I'm going to be going through in this video my first impressions, just sort of say what you see and what I do know of it so far. I will be doing a proper in-depth video on this because there is a lot going on here. As you can see, it looks quite a lot like a spaceship, to be fair. OPUS-QUAD, quite a kind of transformy kind of name for it. But first off the bat, let me tell you, this is a 4-channel standalone DJ controller. So one USB can control all 4 channels in standalone mode. Not like the XDJ-XZ, where only 2 of the channels could be used with USB, but to go 4 channels, you had to use this with software. Let me just say, this OPUS-QUAD is in no way a replacement or an update or an upgrade to any of the Pioneer DJ XDJ series, particularly the XDJ-XZ. So this isn't like their version of the XDJ-XZ Mark II or anything like that. This OPUS-QUAD, as you can see by the layout of it, is in a complete different sort of range and a different league of its own in terms of the Pioneer DJ range. So just to be clear, yeah, the XDJ range, we know that that is aimed at your kind of club DJs because it follows the club standard mixer layout, the club standard sort of DJ layout that we see across Pioneer's range. And this is why this OPUS-QUAD, to be fair, at this point, I don't know who this is aimed at. I mean, obviously it can be aimed at a club DJ if they want to use this. It could be aimed at any kind of DJ. For me, this is in a complete league of its own. It's in a complete range of its own. Like, I'm struggling to put my finger on who this is actually aimed at, but it's got some features on here that we've sort of never seen before. Standout features in terms of this OPUS-QUAD range. I don't know if this is going to turn into a range. Obviously, the quad means 4. I don't know if maybe we're going to see an Opus Duo, which could be a 2-channel version of this or whatever. But what I know of this so far is that it's a 4-channel standalone controller, which you can use USB for all 4 channels, but it does work with DJ software as well. It works with both Rekordbox and Serato. On top of that, right, rejoice, Pioneer DJ have finally put Wi-Fi into this unit. So you can connect this to your Wi-Fi. You can then access your cloud, your Rekordbox cloud with all of your tunes in it. And it surely would make sense for you to be able to use streaming services on this OPUS-QUAD as well. It's got to happen, right? So it's 4-deck standalone, but you can input CDJs or turntables into decks 3 and 4. So on the back, you've got phono or line inputs to go into these 2 channels here. But look, let's take a look at this controller itself. So the first thing that jumps out at me about this OPUS-QUAD is this beautiful screen up here. This is a 10.1 electrostatic screen. And to be honest, the best way to describe it is it feels like an iPad or an iPhone. Like the touchscreen on it is top quality. I felt right at home on it straight away, and it's super quick, really responsive, and yeah, it's just a really high quality screen. So without getting too far into it on this quick video, like standouts on the screen here, the beat effects. This is like an XY pad that you can apply effects to your tunes. The shortcut down here, I mean, this is like a small kind of utility screen, but down here, you know, you can change the color of the LED around the jog wheel here, so you don't get confused about which channel you're using, because obviously this is only 2 jog wheels, but you can play 4 decks on it. So speaking of the jog wheels, these are full-sized jog wheels. No in-jog displays, but of course you've got this screen either side up here, which again, really high quality on this screen. All of the info that is on this screen is what we see on the sort of in-jog displays on the other Pioneer DJ controllers, but you do get more room up here with it being a screen instead of it being sort of squashed into the middle of the jog. Sticking around this section as well, you know, there's like a little bit of sort of like bits taken from certain bits of Pioneer DJ equipment. So like the hot cues are up here like we see on the CDJ 3000s, rather than like on the XDJ controllers or the DDJ controllers. The hot cues are obviously the pads underneath the jogs. But yeah, so you've got the CDJ 3000 style hot cues up here. You've got the vinyl speed up here. So vinyl or non-vinyl mode there. You've got beat sync master, key sync. You've got jog adjust here. So whether you want it light or you want it a bit heavier. And then your tempo and your master tempo down here. So this is the pitch fader. Really, really minimal, this DJ controller, right? And I keep calling it a DJ controller. To be fair, this to me is more like a machine than a DJ controller. But yeah, like, I guess this is kind of why they put the hot cues up here. This section is really, really minimal, but the whole controller itself it's like curved. It's got like a strange kind of shape to it. It's like, this is why I think it feels, it's like a cross between a spaceship and like a mixing desk, like a studio style mixing desk. It's nothing like I've ever seen before, to be fair. But yeah, you've got your cue and your play buttons here, which for those of you who know your way around a controller and CDJs, the way that this is flashing, this is more like a pulse, which is different to like the flash of a CDJ or a controller. You've got your slip reverse up here, your beat jump here. This is your looping section in and out. But for like the sort of the beat loop like control here, you've got this joystick, which as you can see is changing the size of the loop up here. And then you've got your quantize button. So again, with this joystick, I've never seen anything like this on a DJ controller before, especially in this nice rose gold finish that they've got going on here. But there's also a joystick up here, which this zooms in and out of your waveform when you've got it like that on the screen. But if you're in browsing mode, you can obviously use it if you don't want to use the touch screen. But if you press over, then that does the track preview as well using that joystick. So that actually brings me on to like the headphone section. So funnily enough, on this machine, there isn't a Q-Link button, which normally you need to preview the track. But on this OPUS-QUAD, it just does it automatically when you put your finger on the waveform or when you use that joystick. But yeah, your headphone section is down here. Let's talk about the color effects real quick. So this has got the same six sound color effects that we've seen on the brand new DJM A9 mixer, and they're laid out the same way in the 246 rather than in the 3 in the 3 like we saw on the 900 Nexus 2. You've got microphone 1 here, which has got 3-band EQ in the level. Microphone 2, so there are 2 mics on this thing. The controls are at the front of the unit here. Again, 3-band EQ and a level control there. Both of the mics are combi jack inputs, by the way. So sticking on the mixer section, as you can see, 4-channel, 3-band EQ here with the trim along the top, the masters here. Now, the beat effects section is slightly different to what we've seen on other Pioneer DJ controllers. All of the built effects are, the beat effects, are still built into this unit, but instead of there being an effect select knob on here, they are all built into the unit itself and they come up on the mixer section here. So, you know, there's all your beat effects that you would normally see on a select sort of knob here. Under here, you've got your auto or your tap for the BPM detection for the effects, and then the beat parameter there, and then also there, and then the level depth, how much of the effect you want in the tune. And then under here, this is where you turn it on and off with this little orange button down here. Another cool thing that this OPUS-QUAD has got in terms of like effects is the smooth echo, which you turn on and off up here. Now we saw this come in on the DJM S11 mixer, but what this OPUS-QUAD has got, which I haven't seen on any of the other mixers, is you've actually got a parameter for how much of the smooth echo you want on the tune. And then finally, another standout first for Pioneer DJ from what I believe is this OPUS-QUAD has got a zone out, which we've seen that before. You know, we saw it on the Denon DJ Prime 4. It gives you a whole different output. So if your main out, let's say, is playing to one room, then you can have a zone out which goes into a complete different other room or a different section of the house party or the club or wherever you're using this OPUS-QUAD, and it's got its own tune selection and its own volume control there. So in terms of inputs and outputs, the OPUS-QUAD has got 2 USB 2.0s on the top here and 1 USB 3.0 on the back. It's got 1 USB-C input for a laptop. So shame that there's not 2, to be fair, so that it's easy to switch between back-to-backs, but good to see that Pioneer DJ are following the route of the USB-C that we see that they've been putting on all of their kind of up-to-date controllers and mixers and stuff these days. So you've also got an Ethernet link input on there as well. You've got 2 master outs. One is an RCA, one is an XLR. And the zone out is an XLR out as well. The booth is 1/4 inch jack out. Then you've got grounding signal for inputting turntables because, like I said, on channel 4 and channel 3, you've got a line phono switchable. And on the back there as well, you've got that microphone number 1, which is an XLR jack combi. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. That is my literally first impressions of this Pioneer DJ OPUS-QUAD. I can't wait to get stuck into this properly. I can tell that there's levels to this and like the screen and everything. It looks like an absolute beast. Let me know what you think of this in the comments section. As usual, make sure you like the video, send it to anyone who you think might find it interesting, and don't forget to subscribe to the DJKit YouTube channel, especially for my full review of this, which will be coming soon. So until next time, gang, take care, peace.